I Remember Everything by Zach Bryan, featuring Kacey Musgraves, is going to be played in standard tuning, and for it you're going to need to know a handful of chords: an A minor, a version of a G major, a C major, and then an F major. The song is really pretty approachable for beginners because it's all relying on standard chords. The most difficult chord is the F chord, and I'll show you 2 ways to play the F chord that make sense to me. So the intro is going to begin on an A minor. You're going to need your second finger on the 4-string 2 fret, your ring finger on the 3-string 2 fret, your first finger on the 2-string 1 fret. You want an open 1 string. You'll be strumming from the open 5 string down on this chord. So the first movement of the song, you can just hear Zach Bryan hit the open 5, and then the next string that you hear ring out is the 2-string 1 fret, and then you hear the open 1, and it goes like. And then you hear a little, kind of just a little strum up as he lifts his fingers to move to the second chord, which is going to be a version of a G chord. I can hear the first finger remaining on the 2-string 1 fret, and then the ring finger would drop down to the 6-string 3 fret, and your second finger would go to the 5-string 2 fret. So up, down, and on the down you're going to strum across the G chord. Then out of that G chord, you'll just move your ring and your second fingers down a set of strings into a C chord, with your ring finger falling to the 5-string 3 fret, your second finger falling to the 4-string 2 fret, and your first finger still remaining where it is. So in the C chord, you can hear the second finger sometimes lift off of the 4-string 2 fret and then hammer back down into it. So the intro would come together something like this: A minor to the G to the C, then back to the G chord on a down strum, then back up to the A minor. So that's going to be the intro. That goes A minor to the G to the C to the G to the A. Whenever the lyrics come in, it's going to be the exact same set of chords. Now, the strumming on this is really kind of sparse. The song is in the song is in 4, running like 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, 3. But you can subdivide 4s into 3s, into like triplets. And the way that I'm hearing the strumming pattern, it's not like a straight strumming pattern. It's kind of sparse, and it sounds to me like he's subdividing into like a triplet. It's like triplet, 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 trip. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, and that each time that the 1 rolls back around. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. It's alternating between like just a down strum, up strum, down, up, down. Actually, let me rethink about this. So what I'm hearing emphasized is the down, up, and then down, up, down, up. Down, up on like the chord change. So like down, up, down, up, down, up. So I think you can, and it's not just doing that down, up the whole time, but that's kind of, in the verse, that's what's pushing through a lot of it. In the A minors, you can hear how I'm kind of hitting without my second and ring finger down, and I'm just quickly hammering down that second ring finger. Also in the A minor, sometimes you can hear a very specific pointed hammer on with the second finger from an open 4-string to the 4-string 2 fret, that sort of feel. Okay, let me talk about the chorus. So that's the verse. The verse just runs as I just described, kind of over and over. The chorus is going to be on an F chord. Now, the way that Zach Bryan tends to make his F chords is as a bar shape, where you would bar with your first finger, the first fret, and then put your ring finger on the 5-string 3 fret, pinky finger on the 4-string 3 fret, and second finger down on the 3-string 2 fret. This is a difficult chord for a lot of beginners. Whenever Kacey Musgraves is playing this song with him, I think that she's playing her chord as like a smaller 3-fingered F chord with a ring finger on the 4-string 3 fret, second finger on the 3-string 2 fret, and first finger on the 2-string 1 fret, strumming from the 4-string down. You can play your F chord this way. The way that I like to play my F chord actually involves all the fingers, so you would think that it makes it more difficult. But for me, it's easier than a bar chord because I'm not having to use the kind of the force of tension with my first finger across that bar chord there. So what I do is I put my ring finger on the 5-string 3 fret, pinky finger on the 4-string 3 fret, second finger on the 3-string 2 fret, first finger on the 2-string 1 fret. So I've got 4 fingers down. Sometimes I'll let the 1-string ring open, but then I grab with my thumb the 6-string 1 fret. If you want to just leave your thumb out of it and use strings 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1 for this chord, you can, but in your strumming you would have to be very mindful to ignore the open 1 string, because that open E would be kind of a landmine inside of an F chord. Like, you don't want that on bottom. So either strum just from the 5-string down, grab with your thumb the 6-string 1 fret, do a bar chord, or do the Kacey Musgraves smaller F chord and just go 4-string down. Either way, first chord of the chorus is a F chord. Second chord is a C chord that we've already discussed. Third chord is going to be a G chord, which in this G chord, I move my ring and second fingers to where I discussed previously. I tend to still leave my first finger on the 2-string 1 fret, because I feel like I just kind of hear that note running through almost every single chord, and then to the A minor chord. In this G chord of the chorus, I will pull my pinky finger back to the 1-string 3 fret. So the chorus. And my strumming here is just like a down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, which with each kind of individual down that pauses, indicating the chord change, like down, down, up, change, down, up, G, down, up, A minor, down, up, F, down, up, C, down, up, G, down, up, A minor. And then inside of these chords, I feel like you can hear it, but it certainly feels good to do it. Hammering on with your second finger in the F chord to the 3-string 2 fret, and the C chord hammering on to the 4-string 2 fret. In the G chord, you can hammer with your second finger to the 5-string 2 fret, then your A minors. Also, for the C chord, you'll notice that sometimes I'm playing a 4-fingered C chord. That would be a ring finger on the 6-string 3 fret, pinky finger on the ring finger on the 6-string 3 fret, pinky finger on the 5-string 3 fret, second finger on the 4-string 2 fret, open 3-string, first finger on the 2-string 1 fret. It's just a slightly different voicing than your 3-fingered C chord. I tend to avoid the 6th string whenever I play a 3-fingered 6 chord, but whenever I throw that G note on the bottom and reorient my fingers this way, it lets me kind of play a full-throated chord with a note on the bottom in the bass that is in the C chord, this G. So that's the chorus. And then it rolls back into the verse again. So those are the chords and the movements to I Remember Everything by Zach Bryan featuring Kacey Musgraves. Hopefully this gives you an idea of how to approach the song.